Hello, traders. This is Martha Chiriboga with CapitalDynasty.com, hailing from sunny Florida. Well, it's not so sunny right now because it's past midnight, but I thought I'd record this before going to sleep because tomorrow's another trading day and I need to get up early. I wanted to show you that the the prior to the we do a pre-market analysis of every instrument that we trade, and on the CL the trend had been down and there was downward pressure from the Globex highs and lows indicating that the bears had taken control. Also there was a movement from the supply zone up here down to the demand zone over here, and if I'll show you that way you know what I'm talking about. Do you see that? This is all the weekend. I don't trade the weekend. I only trade during, like, okay, look. Right here. Do you see all this? This is all the way up in the supply zone area, in my opinion, right? As you can see, it's not down here in the demand zone. It's up there in the supply zone. So on the weekend, you can clearly see that prices were meandering around the supply zone, right? And slowly making its way down. Now you see how it was up there and now it's coming down here? Do you see that? And now it's going even further down towards the demand zones. Okay, do you see that? Oh, it went up a little bit and then it went down, even further down a little bit. Now it's going up. Now it's definitely going down towards the demand zone. This is all the weekend. Okay, and then we're here. So technically the market went from generally in this area down closer to this demand zone. So based on that, we determine that the trend is down. We also actually measure the 60-minute zones on the 60-minute chart to really determine that. And let me show you that. Where is it here? Okay. Just as an example, this is the current market conditions right now, or actually this is the 60-minute. Okay, do you see how, okay, do you see these lines, these gray lines here? And this 4-4 was Friday, and then 4-7 is Monday, and right now we're at 4-8, so it's already printing the bars at the 60-minute chart. Let me just change this for a minute. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, these light gray lines indicate the days. Okay, so this day to this day shows the weekend. And as you can see, during the weekend, the market went, on Friday, the market went up. And let me see what time it closed. The CL market closes at 2:30 in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So around here, let's say around this right here, because this is the 60-minute chart. So let's say it closed at 3, but it really closes at 2:30. But as you can see, everything before, like before 3 o'clock, was going up, right? And then look at this. It went down, 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 boom, down, 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 and now really, like seriously, it's going further down. So as you can see, from here to the open, the trend was down. Okay? That's how you can determine where the trend is on an intraday basis. So anyway, okay. Putting that back, I'm going to minimize this. Okay, so here I plotted my targets today. Let me get rid of that from you because that's just extra information. NinjaTrader is really the best. If you're using TradeStation, I recommend that you dump it and you get NinjaTrader, period. If you want to run with the thoroughbreds, you might as well get the equipment that they use. So dump TradeStation. Use NinjaTrader. All right, so here, as you can see, we knew the trend was down, right? I just showed you that the trend was downward. There was downward pressure. All right. So we decided that. Oh, and by the way, Friday's close was somewhere up here, right here, somewhere up here. I don't have it plotted now, but it was up here, and there was downward pressure, and it appeared that the bears had taken control over the weekend. So when the market opened, it opened on a gap down, meaning Friday's closing price was somewhere up here, but then it opened at 9 o'clock somewhere down here. So that's called a gap open, where there's a gap at the opening price. So I wasn't convinced that the bears really had control. I was like, well, last week YM had a gap fill. Gabriel has told us that CL doesn't necessarily fill its gaps. And he's been trading CL for 5 years, so of course I'm going to take his word for it. But at the same time, I remember my success with YM last week closing its gap. So I was actually hoping that it would close its gap. And I saw that these full red bodies were in play. I mean, obviously, this was a bearish engulfing candle that took over the entire, it went below the low of this green candle right before the opening. And then you see the next candle basically engulf this red candle. So that's pretty good bearish indication, but I wasn't going to jump in on a short. I was going to wait, and I'm glad I did, because do you see the next 3 candles? Do you see any similarities? Exactly. These 3 candles did not go below this red candle. So that means, okay, obviously you see this green candle, it doesn't go below this red candle. So that means that the bears did not have control of this session, this candle. Then the next candle gets printed, and look, it doesn't go below the green candle, previous green candle, and it doesn't even go below this red full-bodied candle. So this is a very powerful candle here, and it doesn't even go below this one. So that's an indication that things are reversing, and there's tight consolidation here. So at this point, I'm really quiet, and this is APA time, by the way, because as you can see, it's shaded light pink. So nobody's speaking in the APA pub, and we're just watching CL do its price action before we take any trades. And then this green candle gets printed, and at this point, Gabriel Brent takes a long position at .28. I didn't make a move. I waited. But it's funny because Larry Simon, who's another futures trader, he takes CL long at .28, .29, which is right here. As you can see, he must have had a limit order that placed a market order here, a limit order here at .28 as soon as it passed the high of this previous candle, which was pretty smart. I should have done that, but I didn't. Why? Because I got distracted. Somebody pinged my name on Skype, and I looked away from my computer screen. I blinked and looked away to look at who might have mentioned my name on Skype, because it's the only time that I set up Skype to notify and ping loudly. And I don't know what it was. I can't even remember who called out my name, distracting me from my trade, that when I turned back, my window time had already passed. I was so disappointed with myself for being distracted. So from now on, I'm just gonna ignore Skype. Sorry, guys. Um, so I'm just gonna put it on silent. It's not, I don't know. It's not that important. Skype is not as important as watching the market during APA time. Okay. Um, oh, I know why. There are some traders in the Skype room that don't trade the CL and don't intraday, and they actually start, have their social, they start conversations, and that's what distracted me. Well, I won't let that happen again. I'm gonna mute my Skype, and I recommend that you do the same. So at this point, I look back, I blink, and I look back at my computer laptop, and I realize, yikes, I'm right outside my time window, and I see that the market is actually, uh, these two green candles indicate bullish power, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to go long. And at this point, I measure really quickly, like, my ninja fingers whipped out the function 2 key. I took out my calculator on this candle right here. I'll take this out for you. And I quickly measured 8 ticks. And I thought, wow, that's fantastic. So I immediately, when I was waiting for this next candle to go above the close of this green candle, I said, okay, if this goes above, if I see any price action that goes above the close of this green candle, I'm taking this long. And that's what happened. It went up. It went up above the close of this green candle, and I immediately hit the buy market button, which I'll show you what it looks like. It's this one, So, oh shoot, I lost my place. So, okay. All right. And as you can see, I immediately had this in place, and I had my 10 cars ready. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. Okay. And I pressed the buy market. That's what I did. I need to do limit orders. But anyway, buy market was there. So I pressed on the buy market here, and I immediately got in with 10 cars. All right, using my ATM strategy in NinjaTrader. Now, the nice thing about the ATM is that it automatically sets your stop loss 10 ticks below your entry, and it automatically puts in your targets. My first target is 10 ticks. My second target is 20 ticks. And my third target is 100 ticks. So here I got in this candle along, and I saw that the market was going against me, but it was okay because remember, I measured my loss, my stop loss to be 1 tick below this this support area. The support area was at dot 22, as you can see on the right hand side of your screen. So I decided to measure it 1 tick below that at dot 21. Worst case scenario, if my support level, my localized support level goes below dot 21, I was going to be out. And that happened to be 8 ticks. Wonderful, because my first target is 10 ticks. What did I say last week? Risking 8 ticks for a 10 tick reward is pretty good. So as you can see, after 13 minutes, I got my first target. And I actually started with 10 contracts, or what we call cars. And I removed 7 cars from the first target. So at 7 cars, I made $700 the first 13 minutes. Then my second target, I have remaining 2 cars. Remember, I have a total of like 10. So at two cars, I meant, of course, you can see 25 minutes later, I reached T2, and that was another $200. And then 56 minutes later, and look at that, with 56 bars, 56 minutes later, I reached T3 at 100 ticks. So I made 1 times 100 ticks is $1,000. That was called my runner. That's my what they call my target runners. The last one is your runner. So if you add all this up, I earned $1,900 today. My mission was accomplished by 10:02 Eastern Standard Time. So check this out. Here, right here, is, as you can see, when I got my target was fulfilled, and it was at 10:03. So I'm pretty happy about things, and that's how my trade was. It was a fantastic day on CL. I hope that that's helped you, and I look forward to you sharing my you sharing my videos. I'm a little bit tired right now. Sharing my videos, liking, and perhaps joining my Facebook fan page. And as you can tell, I enjoy sharing my success because I really want everybody to learn how to become a futures trader. It's simple. It's not complicated. As you can see, I don't have any voodoo spaghetti lines on my screen. And you learn all this by going to my website at capitaldynasty.com. Thanks, and have a good night.